This call is being recorded.
Hi, it's Bria.
Hi, this is Amy.
Hi, Amy. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. This will be pretty brief, so give me just one moment. Sorry, I'm pulling up your information.
hmm
All right. So I'm just going to review. Normally at the start of our calls with my clients, I just like to review the information that you've input on our website. So I have a phone number here for you of 9127. Is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you. And then I have an email of Amy at,
Yes.
okay, thank you. All right. Okay. So I do see the description. You said that you, I believe, sell like baked goods. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what type of baked goods do you currently sell or offer?
I sell cookies.
Cookies, cool, cool. So is there like a particular flavor cookie that you're known for, or
No, not really.
okay, all right. So what type of cookies do you sell?
Um, Chocolate, vanilla, red velvet, lemon, etc.
Okay, so you basically you do offer like a variety of flavors, so that's cool. So is that the only thing that basically you sell as far as like baked goods? Is it just strictly cookies?
Yes.
Okay, great, great. So how many years have you been in business?
For about 2 years.
Okay, awesome. Well, congratulations on 2 years of success because I always consider it successful if you can get past, a month in business. It's not always as easy as people think. So, congratulations on that. So, I see that you contacted us for consulting. So, you don't have to give me extreme detail if you don't want to, but can you tell me maybe some of the areas that you're struggling with or like an area that you're having problems with in your business?
Um,
So is it like, for example, are you having trouble like finding new clients?
yes.
Are you
Bringing
okay?
in new
So that
customers.
okay, okay. So currently, if you don't mind me asking, what are the like? How do you find your customers?
I currently find my customers in Facebook groups and Instagram.
Okay, so those are definitely great ways to locate customers. Now, normally, like, since you do kind of have like a product, do you do any like special events offline or do any kind of like offline stuff, like in-person events or anything of that nature right now?
No.
Okay, all right. Well, those are definitely, sounds like you definitely have some areas that we can kind of strategize and come up with some things together that really can help your business grow. Um, so one of the things that basically we do is we're a full service graphic design company in addition to consulting. So um,
Mhm.
I see here that you didn't list a website. So do you currently have a website?
No.
Do you have a logo?
No.
Okay. Are those things that are you interested in getting those things possibly done in the near future, like a website and a
Yes.
logo?
Yes.
Okay. So those are things that we definitely can help you with getting those completed. But more importantly, I always like to tell any client or anyone that's interested in possibly working with us when it comes to consulting, before we start the fun and the pretty stuff like the logos and websites and picking out patterns and colors and so forth, Normally, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that your foundation is strong. And what I mean by that is we're going to make sure that there's a complete understanding of what you are offering, who your target is, and how do we reach those people. Do you currently have a business plan?
No.
Okay, so that's definitely something that we can work together on completing, or if you create one, I can review it. Do you have a pitch deck?
No.
Okay, so that's similar. So I'm not sure if you're aware of what a pitch deck is, but it's kind of similar to a business plan, but it's normally in a more simplistic format, and it really gives potential customers or investors like just the meat of what your business is and what you offer. So those are things that for my clients, I highly suggest them have. Traditional business plan, I love them. I like to call them living documents because what you find is as you work and as you're growing, they will change and develop. So I like to call a business plan a living document. But your pitch deck, a lot of times, is what you can put out there for potential opportunities through advertising and different things. You can present that for like investors and such. So those are two things that definitely, as we work together, we can complete together, and that I can give you feedback on and really help you have the strong living business plan and a really, really, really strong pitch deck. So at this point, I know that you sell cookies, and I don't believe I asked you this. I don't see it here listed. What is the name of your business?
Amy's Cookies.
Okay, so that's a really cute and simplistic name, and that's really good. It's easy for people to remember. And what state are you currently in, or what state do you do business in?
I do, I'm in Georgia.
Okay, okay, great, great. That's awesome. I'm familiar with Georgia. I actually have some clients that are based throughout Georgia, Atlanta, and other areas. So familiar with business practices in Georgia. So that's really great. And I know for baking, Georgia has a cottage law. So I know that, I know you mentioned, I think in a previous email that you do have like all of your licensing for your county and things in place. Is that correct?
Hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect, perfect. So honestly, Amy, you're off to like an amazing start because you already have like some things that I work with my clients on getting. So like the legal stuff's already done. You already have your name. So that those are amazing starting points. So if we do decide to move forward and you feel like, after our call today that I'm the best fit for you or the right fit for you and you want to move forward, how soon would you be looking to begin working with us here at Think New?
As soon as possible.
Okay, great. So, like I mentioned earlier, we are full service, but for the most part, consulting is handled directly by me. I'm currently the lead and sole business consultant. Um, our creative director and my business partner, Al Smith, also does sometimes sit on certain calls, especially if there's a creative aspect that's like we're talking about. So if we are getting into extreme detail about creative strategy, I do enlist him to kind of sit on those types of calls. So it is quite possible sometimes he may sit in on calls, but for the most part, as we're building the foundation and structure, it's going to be handled by me. With every client, we're going to send out like a welcome packet. So you would get like, my direct contact information, how to contact this same format that we're using now is how we handle our calls. So basically, it would be like the same number that's assigned you would call in on. And it's a really smooth process normally for clients. So um, I have this information here. I'm going to send you a follow-up email with some additional information. And then if you're moving forward or you want to move forward, there would be basically steps. So kind of just to recap really briefly here, you're going to do consulting if moving forward, but you also do need creative services such as logo, website, and then also your pain point is figuring out how do we get new clients to your business. Did I sum that up pretty accurately?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. Now, Amy, at this point, did you have any questions for me or anything that I could, information that I could provide to you?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, all right. Well, pricing was provided, I believe, in one of the emails when we're following up about our time frame. But just for information, that is 125 an hour for consulting. And what happens is we will build out a plan based on this call of like what action steps, just to make sure that you're getting the full value for what you're paying and that we're not wasting time. You do have the ability at any time to split the hours, so the 125 is the hour, but you do have the ability to say, okay, well, I want to take 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there once we're starting in the process, just to make sure that we are meeting your needs and expectations. All right. So I do want to thank you for allowing me to speak with you today. I look forward to your response to our follow-up email. And if you have any questions about the email that you receive or contact, please feel free to reach out to me by phone or email. I normally respond back to inquiries or responses within 24 to 48 hours, business hours, okay?
Okay.
All right, well, you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for calling and allowing me to speak with you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.